Hello everyone, I'm Salad, and welcome to Lone Echo 2.
And how are we feeling today?
Oh,
You're the only person who calls me Jack.
Was that your way of saying you're going to miss
okay,
me?
we're getting a recap of all the things that happened in Lone Echo 1.
It seems to be growing more unstable.
My God! Incoming, Jack!
Olivia.
Yep,
everything's
yep,
going to be
that
fine.
anomaly that happened at the planet.
Are you
I believe it
injured?
was Saturn, and then the alien ship arrived and all that weird goop. I remember all this.
I mean you no harm. Ready to
At the end of Lone Echo 1, I really said how I wanted there to be a Lone Echo 2, and here we are. I'm really glad that it's finally here after many months of waiting. Now I'm playing this on a Valve Index, so we may have some bugs, but that's fine. We'll get through it.
His cortex is showing minimal synapse activity.
Jack? I think he can hear me.
I wish you had told me sooner that you were trying to repair him. I might have been more of a help.
Just keep the connection stable.
We need repairs? I remember at the end, some ships came to rescue us. Oh! Here we are.
There. There, you see?
Do I see? What do I see?
Sore eyes.
Oh, you're older.
Good morning, sunshine.
How long has it been?
How are we feeling?
I don't know, Captain.
Oh!
Do you know?
The unit appears disoriented.
Yeah, time traveling 400 years into the future will do that to you.
Are you certain he's fully functional?
400 years?
Go on, Jack. Tell her you're all right.
Oh, right. I'm gonna have to remember how all these controls go. It's been a long time.
Jack? Right. Okay. I can fix this. Juno, see if you can pull up Jack's calibration program.
I should be able to repurpose his existing calibration modules to suit our current needs.
It's all right, Jack. Just need to put you through your paces a bit.
Oh,
Sit
I
tight.
mean,
I'll be here when you get back.
I know how it works. I almost pressed it. I was just a little bit slow. I'm sorry. Well, I guess we're going into tutorial land now. So, if it's 400 years into the future or so,
Greetings.
then...
We have not yet been formally introduced. I'm Juno, a multifunctional, fully transient artificial intelligence. I have been assigned as your caretaker. Seeing as how your previous AI adjutant is unavailable, I will guide you through these calibrations.
Okay.
First, close your hand to form a fist.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's okay. I'm probably gonna skip a lot of these, tutorials for you guys, since I've already played through them in Lone Echo 1, but if there's anything new, I will definitely show it. Looks like our thrusters haven't gotten any stronger. That's too bad.
Press the hollow button near the door to proceed.
Yeah, this is all extremely familiar. Now, my
We
question
will now
is,
calibrate your communication system.
are we gonna crash like we did last
When
time?
someone speaks to you, a reply note. Are you ready to leave the module?
Yeah, sure. So it's been a long time since I played the first
I
game,
am ready to proceed.
but
Acknowledged. Please stand by.
I'm starting to remember some things about the plot that I completely forgot. And are we in the future now?
There we are. Everything
Doesn't
in
explain
working
why
order.
she's looking a little bit older,
I'd say
but
it's high time we got you out of there.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable letting a half-tested android loose in the habitat.
I mean, like, did ourselves and Olivia get pushed into the future? What is going on?
What was that?
Just a minor fluctuation in the power grid. Not to worry.
That's the 4th time just this morning.
I assure you, Captain, it's nothing to be concerned
One
about.
moment. Let me prevent her from lagging a little bit. Okay, it looks like I can't edit settings right now, so we'll just be a little bit laggy for a bit. That's fine.
Be right back.
And there she goes. Come on, let's get you out of that contraption.
Okay.
There we are. Come on out.
Finally, we're
Try and
free.
Take it slow. You've been offline for nearly 4 months. How does that feel?
Been offline for 4 months. Okay, then we're 400 years into the future, and so interesting. All right.
Everything seems to be in working order.
You could try to sound a little less surprised.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean
It's
to.
all right, Jack. I'm just giving you a hard time. Haven't had the chance in a while.
Yeah, it's been a whole 4
Okay,
months.
so
That is quite a while that we've been
everything seems to
offline.
be in order. But I know you've probably got a few questions.
I could do with some catching up, yes.
You bet. Ask me whatever you like.
Okay,
Or,
I
if
do
you'd
have a lot of
rather,
questions.
I can give you a quick tour of our new home. Whatever you want to do.
Let's take a moment to talk,
I could
because I
use
have a lot of
moment, if that's all
questions
right.
By all means.
about what's actually going on
take
here.
all the time you need. Just give us a shout when you're ready to go.
Okay, one moment. Alright, that's much better. Much blurrier, but it's much more playable now. Alright, what happened to me? I have no idea what's going on here. Like I said, it's been too long since I played the first game. I know a whole bunch of stuff happened when we were on that ship. Oh, right. Things are coming back to me now. We went through some sort of warp. We had to make the...
take in. I know. Jesus, I've been here nearly 4 months and still haven't managed to wrap my head around it all.
Yeah, we
Honestly, right now, I'm just glad to have you back.
Yeah, we went through a warp because we had to. We forced the ship to go through warp, and then we ended up, I guess, 400 years into the future, and that's when ships came and investigated us. So that's what's going on here. It's all coming back to me now. I probably should have reviewed that before I started, but it's fine. It's all flooding back.
What happened to me?
Truth be told, I'm not sure. We were on the Estrella, still trying to wrap our heads around the fact we'd just, time traveled.
Yeah.
When you started crashing,
Really?
one system at a time.
Well-
I barely managed to save your core memory. Luckily, kept you alive long enough for me to work out how to fix you.
I mean, there was a lot of hazards there. It's probably filled with radiation and all sorts of stuff.
Thank you, Liv.
Please. You saved my life how many times? The very least I could do was return the favor.
Fair enough. All right, let's
Thanks
take a
for
tour.
Not a problem. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go. Ah, yes, it's much better having a smooth frame rate now.
Perfect.
What's perfect?
I swear sometimes
Everything's
it feels like this place
glitching.
is just a hair's breadth from falling to pieces. That usually works.
Where exactly are we?
We're on a space station orbiting Saturn.
That sounds familiar.
We're still
Well,
here?
not our old station, obviously. After we made our jump to the future, we were picked up off the Estrella and brought here and placed in isolation.
Isolation.
Juno says it's standard procedure.
I mean, we did bring a bunch of
As if
spore.
there is such a thing for time.
There was all those weird spore things and
Ah, there we go.
biological
I wish
biohazards
I knew more about this place. But Juno
on that
said
station
exactly
or
what
on that
plumbing would be
ship
good
we
for.
were on.
Hey, maybe now that I've got you back, we can work on getting some answers.
Yeah, I would definitely love some answers. That was a really dangerous place we were in, so it makes sense that we're being quarantined.
And here we have the luxury suite. It's a far cry from my old room on the Kronos, but I think I've managed to spruce it up a bit. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's got a lot of junk.
Well, I can certainly tell this is your room.
Because of all the Kronos 2 mementos.
Because it's a mess.
Hey, I've worked very hard to cultivate this mess.
It-
Juno let me co-opt a few cargo drones to dig through what's left of the Kronos.
The Kronos 2 is still out there.
I mean, I can't be sure, but yeah. I think there are at least 1 or 2 sections that managed to stay in orbit after all these years. Plus there was quite a bit of debris that got pulled into the future with us. And it's a good thing, too. Otherwise I'd never have found all the parts I needed to fix you.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so our old station is still here, but what about the ship that we brought with us? Is that still here?
I've got to say, I don't think I've ever been more relieved to see you. If there's anything more you want to know, just ask, and I'll do my best to answer.
Well, I
And
definitely...
whenever you're ready, we can move on.
That's pretty cool. I definitely have a lot of questions still. But I'm going to take a look around her room, because I know there's a lot of Easter eggs in these games. So I'm just going to take a look at things and
Ready to
ask
move
about
on?
them.
Could I have a moment?
By all means.
Let's talk about the
When
bulldog.
you're ready, just say the word.
Your bulldog statue. Quite impressive it's survived all this time.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
we British are just stubborn that way. Can't keep us down.
So I've noticed.
Is this her old flight suit?
What happened to all the duct tape on your suit?
What do you think is holding your shell together right now?
Okay, so we're duct taped together.
You are joking, right?
Of course I'm joking. I would never use duct tape to fix you. Not that I couldn't, mind you.
Don't get any ideas.
Okay, good. We're not held together by duct tape. That would be bad.
I gave this to you back on the Kronos.
That was what? Our first week together?
It was, yes. When I found it in the cargo bay, I thought it seemed like something a person of your geological expertise might appreciate. I'll admit, I never expected you to keep it as long as you have.
It was my first week on a new station. Farther out than I'd ever been. I guess it just made me feel a little more at home.
Alright, I don't think there's too much more to see here. Oh, there's a toothbrush. Geometrical calibration, sensor lens, micro focuser. That's all a bunch of gibberish. Let's see if there's anything else interesting around here. Oh! Are we inside a asteroid? Looks like we're secured to a rock. Not sure what's going on here. I don't know what that is. Alright. Oh, there's a bunch of my parts. No, it's not my parts, it's parts to a labor unit. Caution. What's this? Just a smiley face. Okay, let's get out of here. We've wasted enough time.
Shall we continue?
Of course. Right this way.
Alright, lead on.
The common room's just through here.
An ergometer? Oh, it's a it's a cycle. It's for exercise.
Well, this is it. Our new home. Such as it is.
Captain Rowe?
It's not too bad.
Ah, Juno. There you are. We were beginning to worry.
Somehow I doubt that. I thought you'd like to know we have another cargo drone inbound.
How long?
A few minutes, maybe more.
Ah, perfect. So we have some time then. If you'd like, Jack, go on and have a look around.
Okay, so we've been here for 4 months, quarantined. How long are we gonna stay here? And we've been getting supply ships in, I assume, to give us food and water and all that other kinds of stuff. What's the end game though? Like, how long are we supposed to be staying here?
So, what's the story, Juno? Did you work out what was causing those power fluctuations or not?
As a matter of fact, I did.
So, we won't have any more problems then.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Brilliant.
So what was causing the problem? I hope it's not the spores. If we're gonna have those spores again, and that biological weapon stuff coming and attacking us, I don't know what we'll do about it. That ship that we were on before in the last game, they were attacked by some kind of biological weapon. It's very likely that stuff won't go away easily. Duct tape. Oh, here's the duct tape.
I see you found some duct tape. Is this also from the Kronos?
Apparently, it not only fixes everything, but will also survive anything.
Just like us.
Okay, well, now I've got to find some wood to knock on.
You really don't know what happened to me.
Not for certain. Though my current running theory is that your shell tried to self-destruct.
Self-destruct.
Destruct.
I'm thinking it was some sort of latent security protocol, meant to fry all your systems in case you ever got cut off from the Kronos 2's network. Atlas protecting their investment.
Oh, I mean, that makes
was not
sense.
aware of any such protocol.
Well, either way, Reconstructing your shell seems to have removed that particular feature from your architecture.
I have a
We cut the
feeling
strings, so to speak.
there might be another reason that we tried to self-destruct. Maybe we realized that we were bringing something along with us? I have no idea. AI core?
One of Apollo's AI cores?
Do you remember when the Estrella first arrived and I thought it was an alien ship?
But it wasn't. It was a human ship from the future.
Oh, right,
This
right.
future.
Right, but here's the thing. I've been on this station for a while and I can find nothing, not a single piece of tech, compatible with this core. Almost as if it doesn't belong here.
It probably
That
belongs
is
even further into the
odd.
future.
That's far from the only mystery I'm trying to suss out at the moment. And since we know Juno is not going to be of any help...
I wish I could assist you, Captain, but I'm afraid my directives forbid me from doing so.
See what I mean? So, it's up to us to go digging round for answers on our own. And here is where I'd like to start.
A hollow table.
Much like the one we had back home on the Kronos, apart from one small difference.
Which is...
It doesn't work.
Oh,
The display emitter's shot. If we can replace the emitter, get this thing working...
it's repair
we
time.
might be able to
That's
access the
familiar.
facility's mainframe.
I assume you've already checked for a spare emitter?
More than a few times. No luck. Not to worry, I've got a friend looking out for a replacement.
A friend?
He'll be along shortly with one of the cargo drones.
Labor
Captain
unit?
Rhodes, speaking of the cargo drone.
Is it on approach?
It is, yes. We'll need you to open the outer door so the cargo drone can dock with the hab.
Jack? Would you mind terribly?
Okay, open the door. I mean, why can't you do it? Sure.
Is there any particular rush?
Not at all.
Oh,
Take your time. The drone isn't going anywhere. Just let me know when you want to get started.
sorry. I actually do want to get started. Hello? All right. Not sure when I can get started, but that's fine. I didn't buy give me a moment. I just meant it might take a moment. That's all.
This looks familiar.
I know, right? Shame we're missing the goal. We could go a few rounds. How many hours did we burn playing that stupid game?
Well, there wasn't much else to do, I assume.
2,347. Approximate.
Jack,
That is together, of course. Not counting all the time you had to spend practicing.
rhetorical question, Jack.
Doesn't sound like a very exciting life, but it is what it is. All right, I am ready.
Ready when you are.
Excellent.
All right, where am I headed?
The controls are up here.
Ah, okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. Let's open it up. I guess we're opening that. Oh. Oh no, that.
Outer
Okay.
door opening.
Thanks. I'm heading up.
Okay, nice. We can see Saturn there. And I see what are those? I see some kind of anomalies?
There's the Estrella.
Oh.
Well, what's left of it, anyway.
Wow.
What happened to the 4 section?
Must have broken off when we made the jump. Stayed in the past.
Huh.
Don't suppose we'll ever manage to make it back.
It stayed in the past, but then it should still be around Saturn,
Here
right?
comes our little friend now.
Unless it fell out of orbit?
Look familiar?
Oh, yep.
That looks like the CubeSat I extracted from our old comms network. P09-CRN.
I think you mean.
I like the CubeSats.
It's about time. I was starting to think you'd been lost.
Oh, it's got a little face on it. Cute.
You call him Popcorn.
Well, it's certainly better than P09-CRN. Don't you think, Echo 1?
Fair
Yeah,
point.
it's pretty cute.
So, did you find an emitter? And it's going to work this time? Close enough. All right, Jack, let's start pulling in the salvage.
Where do you need me?
There's a delivery chute along the wall to my left. It looks like a big tube.
So the salvage. Are we really going to be salvaging stuff from
On my way.
that ship? Is that really a good idea?
I'll put in the salvage. You scan and identify it.
Got it. Fair enough.
Oh. Where are you going, Jack? We need to finish sorting.
Just a moment. Hello.
Well, come on. Let's let him out of there before he pops a circuit.
Okay. Radiation.
Okay, we'll get you out in a moment.
Dispose would have been a bad idea. I do not want to dispose of it.
You'll need to clean him up with a decontamination wash.
I wonder what would have happened if I did if I clicked dispose. Hopefully it would not have actually destroyed him.
That means thanks.
I would not want to destroy it. It's adorable.
So, the display emitter is inside? Ah, excellent. Let's finish sifting through the rest of the salvage.
Okay. More salvage coming through here again? A dinosaur. Okay. Oops.
Isn't this one of your old toy dinosaurs from the Chronos 2?
You're right. That's Adam.
Okay. Let's scan it.
Remarkable how many of those toy dinos survived.
Would you like to keep it?
Your call. I mean, we don't need it, but I suppose it could be nice to post it up on one of the consoles or something.
No, we don't need any more junk. Dispose. Bye, dinosaur.
And ejected.
Well, there he goes. Adam the astronaut dinosaur.
Don't forget time traveling.
Time-traveling astronaut dinosaur. You're right. Pretty impressive for a hunk of molded plastic.
And a hand. That's from us?
One of my upper extremities. Or, more accurately, what's left of it.
See? There you go, you found one. Now just repeat that a few hundred more times and you'll start to get an idea of what it took to patch you up.
Looks pretty destroyed. I don't know why we even need to scan it. Let's dispose. We don't need it.
You're lucky the Kronos had so many backup shells.
There's certainly nothing wrong with a little redundancy.
You know, I think I've heard that before.
Very well. Ejected.
Let's see what else we've got.
Here we go. That's what we needed. How lucky.
Is this the emitter?
Give it a scan and I'll confirm. That's it, Jack. Let's hope this one works.
Now,
Shall
if
I run decontamination?
Yes, please.
if I were to
That's right, Popcorn.
what would happen if I were to dispose of this? Would I fail the game completely? I'm really curious, but I'm not gonna do it. She probably just wouldn't let me.
All right. Now we're off to the races.
All right.
Let's get that
We got the
emitter down
thingy.
to the hollow table. About time we got some answers.
Yep.
Leave you down there.
On my way.
I do need some answers. So it sounds like the ship that we were on before that warped over here, that's a ship from even further into the future. And that ship from the far future came into the past. We got onto it. It was all filled with a biological weapon. They were in a war with somebody probably.
Go
And
ahead
then,
get it installed. I'll squeeze underneath and reset the circuit.
yeah, I will. And then we came 400 years into the future, but I think the ship was even further than that into the future. And that's why its core doesn't fit with anything we found so far.
Emitter installed.
Right, just give me a tick. How's that? See anything up there?
Yeah, looks about right.
I'm seeing an image, but it's glitching.
Alright, give me a moment. Bollocks. Okay, if I'm reading these schematics right, the only way we're going to sort this out is by doing a complete master reset. As you might expect, there's a number of steps involved. I'm going to need your help here.
That's alright, it's pretty typical. Start of Lone Echo 1, it was all repairing stuff as
Okay,
well.
You should be seeing a keypad up there.
Yep.
In order to start the reset process, you'll need a specific command code. Try 0915?
Stand by.
There we go.
Confirmed. Code accepted. The system is requesting I use a slider to confirm. It is, however, locked.
Alright, I can unlock it, but this step requires a bit of coordination. I'll need to disconnect the circuit at the same time you confirm the reset.
On the count of 3.
That's weird.
Yes, on 3.
Why do we have to do something so complicated to
Are you
reset?
ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'll unlock it. That was too early.
Oh.
On 3, not before. Are you ready?
Yep. Sorry about that.
I'm ready.
I'll unlock it. 1, 2, 3.
So... how'd that work out?
I'm detecting an increased amount of hydrocarbon particles in our vicinity. Is something burning?
Oh, shit. Shit! Ow, that's hot.
Maybe don't stay down there.
Okay, so we're gonna need another power coupling. Should be a replacement kicking around here somewhere. Think you could track it down for me?
Sure, I guess it looks like
Any
this.
idea where to start?
I'm sure there's a spare power coupling hanging around close by.
Close
You know
by.
where it is. Well, go on then.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Do you know where it is, Popcorn? Maybe? Hello? No, I don't think it knows where it is. Okay, so it's this circle thing. Do I still have scanning abilities? Okay, it looks like I can't use any of my abilities just yet. That's fine. I'll just look around until I find this thing. It's kind of dark in here.
Can I assume you've been maintaining the exercise routine recommended for extended duty astronauts?
And then some. Not really much else to do around here. A few hours fixing your shell. A few hours on a workout rig. Repeat ad nauseum.
Yeah, pretty tedious life. Still, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff to read up on since we've been gone for 400 years. She's holding out her hand for me to give the item to her. So I'll have to find it. Oh, okay, so Popcorn was leading me to it. I didn't know I could open these drawers. Here we go. Alright, awesome. Okay, so I can open up any lit up drawer, and Popcorn did lead me to it. Good to know. Here we go.
Here you are.
Thanks, Jack. Just give me a sec.
Sure. Activate.
There. Power coupling installed.
Ooh, shiny.
Good news.
Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid it's a lost cause.
What is? What's a lost cause?
Hold on. No, it isn't. It worked. More or less.
More or less.
The image is somewhat distorted.
Well, that won't do.
Hang on.
Yeah, smack it a few times. Perfect.
Better?
Yes, that rectified it.
Chiron Station Network Access Client, Habitat Alpha, online.
Habitat Alpha. Okay, so we're here then.
Mainframe connection established. Synchronizing control devices.
Liv, you're beeping.
personal user interface synchronized.
Well, that's helpful. All right, let's see what we can dig up. Here we are. Habitat A.
Okay.
Those icons. That must be us.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're there.
We're the only ones here.
Yes, well, this has all been terribly enlightening. Shall we move on?
Okay, so there's no one else in the hab. But what about the rest of the station? This is everything.
Affirmative. This image represents all of Chiron Station.
Right. Let's see who else.
I mean, we are quarantined here, so is that
Jack, do you mind
strange?
taking a look at the map while I keep searching on here?
Of course.
I've got
I would-
some questions that need answering.
I mean, I would assume if she was brought here by these people who live 400 years into the future, just humans, and they sent her to this station. She should already have some idea what's going on if she talked to them, right? So what's going on with this no signal at Habitat B?
We're not receiving any signal from the other habitat.
That's not a good sign. If there was anyone left, the other habitat would be where I'd expect to find them.
Anyone left? You make it sound like something bad happened here. Did we not actually run into anybody on the way here? It said we were quarantined, right? And we saw a bunch of ships appear at the end of the first game. So what does she mean by anybody left? Or did they all leave for us to quarantine here? Is that what she's trying to say?
This part of the facility appears to be under construction.
You think there'd be someone around then?
No reading.
That's odd.
It's weird that they would leave a facility like this to quarantine us, something that's under construction, something that's currently that should be in use. Why would they quarantine us here in a place that has use to them? It's a bit odd.
The station's generator is deserted as well.
You see that readout? Running a little hot, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. That would explain the power fluctuations we've been experiencing.
Pretty good bet.
As always, more radiation problems. That's always been an issue for us. Central Transit Hub, if there's anyone, they would be there.
Every branch of the station connects to this structure here, the transit hub. Still no signs of any crew, or anyone at all, really.
Oh, there's a ship here. That looks pretty cool. That's probably how we'll end up getting out of here, I assume. Interesting that there's a bunch of solar panels on the research facility when we have a
Not
nuclear
showing any
reactor to get
occupants in the
power.
research wing either.
There's no one. The station's deserted.
According to this, we're alone.
Juno, what the hell? Where's the crew?
Technically, I never said there was a crew on this station.
So we're alone here.
I didn't say that either.
Oh, forget it.
Has she only
I'm not
interacted
going
with
round
AI?
circles with you again.
Are all humans dead?
There's got to be something else.
Captain Rhodes,
Juno, unless you're about to explain to me exactly what the hell's going on, I would keep quiet. Hang on. I think I might have hit upon something here. Looks like a priority message on a loop.
Priority alert. Containment protocols breached. Multiple branch sectors compromised. General evacuation order has been issued.
Oh, they were researching the part of the ship we left behind.
Proceed immediately to your designated lifeboats. Message will repeat in 1 minute.
Everyone's already dead.
Start talking.
Captain Rhodes, I assure you.
Wait, but no, because there's no spores. Unless it happened recently?
Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh?
I think we need to evacuate.
What was that?
That was an electrical malfunction.
Uh-oh. It was definitely uh-oh.
You mean one of those electrical malfunctions you told us not to worry about?
No. Okay, yes, but this is different.
Different how?
That last energy spike overloaded one of our substations. The hub's power grid is collapsing.
How do we stop it?
We can't. At least not from here.
So we're just supposed to sit here and do nothing?
Juno.
All right, listen carefully. I may only have a few moments before we lose contact. Jack, I'm unlocking your reactive cutter. There's an emergency release on the door leading out of here. You can use your cutter to gain access. You still have some time before the hab becomes unsafe. Make your way to the terminal. There should be a tram there that will take you to...
Juno?
Juno, acknowledge.
You probably should
We've
have
lost
talked a little bit
contact.
faster.
You know, I always thought I'd enjoy this moment a bit more.
Perhaps we should...
Get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Well,
There's a
this
lot
is
of questions
familiar.
we need answering, and sticking around here is not going to help us.
Plus life support is failing.
Yeah, plus that.
Well, good thing we don't. I don't need life support.
Behind this panel on the door.
All right, cool.
I'll take a look.
Oh,
I should be able to cut through the bolts that secure the panel.
okay. Now I can do it. That's
1,
same as last time.
2, 3.
Something has to be marked for us to cut through it.
Nice.
Here we go.
That did it. Here, help me pull it open.
Sure.
You take that side. Jack, hold on. Before we go out there... Listen. That shell you're in now,
The only one?
that's the only one of you there is.
Yep, I figured.
If something happens to you out there, if you get shut down, that's it. You're gone.
Well, I'm mortal, just like you now.
I hadn't really considered that.
Well, you've never had to before. You'll be fine.
Then what happens if we do die? Do we
remember
restart
what I
at a
said,
checkpoint
okay?
or
All
permadeath?
right, Liv.
I assume we still restarted at checkpoint, but
Well,
maybe not so
here we
easily.
go.
All right, looks like Popcorn's coming with us. At least we have a friend. I hope Popcorn survives till the end.
Emergency lighting still seems to be active.
Yeah, what's going on here? She must have talked to somebody or something to get herself quarantined into this place. Was everyone already gone from the station when she was put on here?
This area.
I
Or is this a
doubt that,
new
Lex.
development?
We should keep moving.
Sign above the door says, to tram. That's where we're headed.
Yeah, if the people who were here before had a research station on here and half of the ship was still in the past, could they have been researching that half of the ship at the research station and they found the biological weapon or whatever was going on there? They found the spores and they tried to research it, and then there was an outbreak and then everyone died? Is that what happened? Or they all left the station maybe? But then how come this place isn't filled with spores after that many years? Is it just well contained in that research station? I have no idea. Or maybe it's something else that happened here. All right, in we go. We got an infirmary. I'm sure that'll come in handy at some point.
Whoever built this place.
Initializing scan.
Scan? Why?
Authorization denied. Initializing continue.
Surprised this thing has power.
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, that did just probably shave a couple of years off my lifespan, but...
Let's hope not.
What the hell was that?
It was a security scan, and
Most
failed.
likely some form of security measure.
Well, it must not work too well if we're tripping it on the way out.
It doesn't appear to be working at all anymore.
But it did lock the door, which
Door's
sucks.
sealed. We must have triggered some kind of lockdown procedure. Not seeing any sort of emergency release or access panel. You'd expect there'd be some sort of override or...
Guess we're gonna have to drill through everything. Oh! Popcorn! Popcorn is leading us to where we need to
Liv,
go.
Up here, there's a control room.
Let's see.
Thank you,
If there's
Popcorn.
a way to get the
Head
door
pats.
open, I expect that is where we'll find it.
Yes, now we just have to find a way inside.
Okay, I mean,
How?
I wish this cutter could go through glass.
Yes, exactly. This damn contraption.
Containment protocol. Please proceed to the infirmary for further instructions.
Okay. Well,
Good enough.
bonking it seemed to work
Yeah,
somehow.
let's check it out.
An infirmary, right next to security.
Yeah. Strange.
That is weird, I
No,
agree.
This place looks familiar. Let's have a look around.
Actually, it makes sense if the scan was meant to check for people being infected, and that's why they would have an infirmary right next to the security station. They would scan for safety, and if you fail the safety checks, you would go to the infirmary and try to get decontaminated or something?
Why have medical beds in such close proximity to security and the habitat?
Could be a few of the occupants are immunocompromised.
Perhaps.
Anyway, keep looking. We need to find a way into that control room.
Alert. I don't see anything I can learn from this. Yeah, it's not telling me anything about a virus or something. Okay, that opens, but nothing's in there.
There's a small door over here. Probably an access point for maintenance.
Oh, I see. Does that open? Duct access? Okay. Don't think that opens. Not yet, at least. Oh, wait, down here. No, that's glass.
We might have been able to leave through this airlock, if only you had an EVA suit.
Hold on. I remember this.
Hmm?
This is where we were first brought on board. I remember Juno cycled the pressure too fast, and
You what?
well, I may have vomited all over the airlock.
Oh. Well. The good news is, the door is sealed.
Okay, so this is where she came in. That means that she hasn't seen any of the facility except for this part. And Juno let her in, is what she said. So that means the AI is what let her in. So, yeah, there hasn't been humans here for probably a long time. Interesting. And they were researching something that required medical beds? Yeah, it sounds like they were messing with the stuff that we found. Are we like the only humans left alive here, or the only humans left alive in general? Probably just here. I can't imagine the problems would have spread
This
too far.
control panel appears to be sealed, though what it actually controls, I'm
Considering
not sure.
this is all clean.
Only one way to find out. Well, only one quick way.
Cut the panel off.
Exactly.
Alright. Unknown panel. Let's just cut open all panels. Why do we even need panels? Panels don't do anything good.
I found a way to access the maintenance ducts,
Nice work.
I have to hold it though.
but the controls are faulty. The accessway won't stay open long enough for me to get inside.
Can't I duct tape
Scoot
it?
over. Maybe I can hold it open for you.
Why don't you just get some duct tape? Darn, I should have brought duct tape for me. Oh,
light up there, by the way.
I assume my headlamp still works?
Should do. Just press the switch on either side of your head.
This was always tricky to do in the other game. Let me see if I can make it work.
Headlamp
Oh,
checks out.
there we go,
Good to
finally.
Right. I'll hold open the hatch. You head up into the ducts. Ready?
Okay. The switch is kind of hard to press, as expected, but it's fine.
There, it's open. Head on up.
Here we go, and Popcorn's coming with us. Cool.
What do you see?
Very little. I suspect these ducts have not been accessed in quite some time.
You see dust.
See if you can find a path to the control room.
Now, this is very neat. This game's environments are cool as always. Very atmospheric. Got a hammer. I don't think that's helpful. What's this? No idea. Probably not important. There's a bunch of tools. Probably for repairs.
The vents will give us access to that control room.
Yep, I'm looking.
I think we may be coming up on the control room. Stand by.
Is this oxygen?
There's some grating blocking access to the control room. I might be able to cut through.
Do it. Not like anyone's gonna notice.
We just vaporize it. Normally we cut a hole out of something, but now we're just vaporizing the whole vent. Oh, am I running low on power? Oh no, I'm good. Alright, I assume that's good enough, right? There we go.
Jack, over here. See anything resembling door controls up there?
Give me a moment to investigate.
There's the keypad. Do we have the code?
There is a keypad here, but I don't know the access code.
Do you think there could be any chance someone's gone and left it written down somewhere nearby?
I would sincerely doubt it.
That would be not
Do
smart.
people really do that?
Happens a lot more often than you might think.
That is grossly negligent.
I
Yep.
wouldn't say grossly.
You've done it before, haven't you?
Look, we're burning oxygen here. Come on, let's see what else you can find.
There's an emergency override switch embedded into the console here. It's not immediately clear how to access it.
You'd think they'd want the emergency override to be easily accessible. In case of, you know, emergencies.
Good point.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's what our keypad unlocks.
Yeah, probably. So now we just need to find the code somewhere. And it looks like Popcorn's... No, this is a drone.
What about this drone?
I think it's seen better days.
It lacks power.
Maybe there's a charging port.
Perhaps.
But we don't... Do we even have much power? It looks like we're on emergency power right now. But I could try charging it somewhere. So that's where we came in. This looks like a charging port.
This appears to be some sort of recharge station, similar to the induction panels on the Chronos.
Lucky for us, it was still functional.
There we go. Alright,
Recharging.
You're thinking it might have the passcode?
The unit's drive data might still be salvageable.
Without your scanner, you'll need Popcorn to extract the data. Popcorn, you can help him out there, yeah?
I don't have my scanner? Why not? Is it because it has to be reactivated by that main drone that has use of the facility?
I think he just passed an objective to my ARM computer.
A bit bossy, aren't you?
Popcorn has passed me the security code. 1451.
Well, let's give it a try.
Well, now, what is its full message, though? Look, Jack, I found the code. That drone gave it to me. They are nice. Ooh, I like this. I can say extra things down here, too, to be extra helpful. If Liv, Olivia, says I'm bossy, then that means I like her. I'm like her. I like that. I like Liv. She's my friend. Hi, Jack. You are my friend, too. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you, Popcorn. You're a good drone. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, 1451. What a good drone.
Unlocked.
There we go.
That did it. Security's lifted. Come on out of there. I'll meet you in the next corridor.
All right, let's
On our
go.
way. Come on, Popcorn. Let's go.
Come on, Popcorn. Whee! There it goes.
Great, well done in there. Yes, yes, you too.
Good thing Olivia can't see the message that Popcorn sent about her being bossy. There's the tram.
Well, there's actually a tram here.
Nice echo. I guess this will take us to the central area?
I was starting to worry.
Captain Rhodes, can you hear me?
Juno?
Juno, your signal is very faint.
The power grid is continuing to collapse. In order to depart, two problems need to be resolved. One, the tram is disengaged from the transit rail line. The second issue is that the exit airlock has been damaged. I'm uploading the schematics for the tram station to the captain's wrist computer.
Juno,
Okay, so we need to move it onto the track and open the
She
doors.
uploaded the tram schematics. These look, a bit in depth. Right, let's see. Moving tram from maintenance rail to transit rail. See rail cross index walkthrough, which is, inaccessible without P clearance. Lovely. Or, Popcorn can just point out the rail lines. Also wax.
Yep, that's much better.
Not entirely sure, but I believe that's Popcorn speak for this is the maintenance rail.
That's,
And this is obviously the transit rail.
yeah, I figured that much.
Actually goes somewhere. So we'll need to get the tram over to it.
she also mentioned the tram airlock is no longer functional.
Right. That's the other issue. Here, let's multitask. I'll take a look at the airlock while you tackle the tram.
Okay.
Divide and conquer.
I figured the airlock would be the worst problem, so that's fine by me.
What's first?
Well, these instructions are somewhat dense. It mentions aligning 4 stasis projectors alongside the tram.
Align the
These must be them.
stasis projectors. Okay.
Align stasis projectors. I'm on it.
Right. Now, let's see how damaged this airlock actually is.
All right. You head on out and go do that. It probably makes more sense to me, for me to deal with the airlock, since I don't have to worry about running out of oxygen.
It appears I can slide the stasis projectors laterally.
Oh, bollocks. They've really mucked up these controls.
Can they be repaired?
Definitely not. Well, maybe. I'll keep you posted.
Projector arm extended.
Excellent. You just need to pump it a few times. So they're extended all the way.
Acknowledged.
There we go.
Projector in place.
Cool.
Excellent.
It's easy enough.
More to go.
Second projector in place. Third projector in place.
Great. Just one more to go.
Warning. Life support failure. Please proceed to the nearest evacuation point.
Well, we already knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I heard. Thanks.
Don't worry. Oxygen levels remain well above nominal. All projectors locked in place.
Well, not for long.
Okay, we still need to raise the projector
I mean, just the amount of oxygen in this room is already enough for quite a while, I would assume. Alright, raise the projector arm. And by that you mean this? Maybe? No.
The tram appears undamaged.
Yeah. It's nice to catch a break. At least every once in a while.
Okay, so what is it I'm missing here? Did I not pump this one? Ah, there we go.
All projector arms raised.
Easy peasy. It also mentions a release control panel that should be located below the tram.
I'm on it.
And that's right there. You already saw that. Here we go.
Tram released.
Okay, nice work. Let's see here. Page 1138. Words. Looks like the next step is moving the tram itself over. It mentions a tram control console on the boarding platform.
I will keep an eye out.
Okay, a tram control console. That one then? Is this the boarding platform, or we're talking about on the other side? Actually, this is the maintenance side, so it wouldn't be over here, right? Yeah, I don't think it would be over here. It'd be on the opposite side. Although, what's this? Let me talk about that. Polaris Initiative.
Still having trouble finding the control console?
Okay, I can't talk about
Perhaps.
that.
According to my visual aids, if you're facing the tram from the door we entered, it should be to your left.
Okay, so it's over here. Oh, so this is it. Right over here. But it looked like it was glitching out. Oh, slow down, slow down.
Liv, this console has been damaged.
Well, shit.
Affirmative. Suggestions?
Maybe see if there's a manual control that can be used instead.
Yeah, looks like right here. We can cut through it.
I found a sealed auxiliary panel.
It's worth a look. Let's get it open.
I've located a control panel.
Give it a try.
Alright.
Just about wrapped up these airlock repairs. How are things looking on your end?
I'm nearly finished here as well.
Perfect.
The tram's now aligned underneath the transit rail.
Well, it was under in the maintenance section, so hopefully it was just regular maintenance and not some big problem with the tram.
Shall we?
Yep, let's get on. Hopefully this tram is working properly. And it wasn't under maintenance for some major issue.
There's a control panel in the front. Mind doing the honors?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get moving to the central station. Embark. Tram
Destination
status.
set. Please prepare for departure.
Hold on to something, Jack.
I'm holding on.
Departing for transit hub in 3, 2, 1.
Is the door gonna open? Okay. For safety reasons, you should probably have those doors open a little sooner.
Airlock cycle complete. For your safety, please hold on. Accelerating to transit speed in 3, 2.
This is a pretty short distance. Do we even need a transit line for something like this?
Oh my god.
It's pretty walkable.
This place is massive.
Far more expensive than even the holomap implied.
So...
No, it's about what I
where is
expected.
everyone? What could have happened here?
Yeah,
It is
and
difficult to determine the station's condition from this distance.
those ships, what are they doing?
I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah, what are those ships? I
Wait.
think.
Something wrong.
Oh,
Did
yep.
you see that? Up ahead in the cavern.
We're doomed. So it was as I expected, but how come it didn't spread over to where we are? Is this recent?
God. It's the biomass.
It must be reacting to the energy flowing through the tram line.
Yep, the biomass is here too. That's not ideal.
Are we? We're slowing down.
The tram is on autopilot. Controls are locked until we reach the end of the line.
Well, this isn't great. So this
Well,
seems like it is
we did want
recent.
to know what happened to the station.
Right. Serves me right for asking.
Okay, I feel like we were quarantined here, and then they decided to go and research what we brought back, and that didn't work very well for them, so they evacuated.
Is it possible to feel utterly blindsided and at the same time completely unsurprised?
Yep. I'm also not too surprised. Of course they decided to research it. Only took them 4 months to mess everything up, too.
Approaching destination. Stand by for deceleration. Please hold on.
Well-
Reducing speed in 3, 2, 1.
Well, the people who decided to make the torpedoes that unleashed this
There's one
biomass,
thing we know Juno was telling the truth about.
What's
I mean,
It probably was a lot safer in the hat.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, the people who decided to make the biomass made it as a weapon. So they managed to make it as a weapon successfully, so they didn't destroy themselves. That means it's not totally impossible to survive it,
On station. Central Transit.
or not unleash it when researching it, at the very least. The people who made the missiles did assumedly they didn't kill themselves in the process. I mean, they probably did, but not completely, because they ended up making missiles out of it and sending them off to war. At least that's what I gathered
Clear,
from
as far as I can tell.
the first game. It's all just speculation,
Let's
though.
have a look around. See what we can find.
Okay. Another circular room.
Welcome to Cairo Station. Today's date is 24 April 2537.
Right. Well, at least the big holographic tree still works.
2537
It's
is the year,
possible
okay.
The power grid is more stable in this area.
What is this?
It's a tree. It's a tree with pink blossoms on it.
A monument?
A memorial. Dedicated to all those we have lost. Devoted to all those we have yet to save.
I mean, I'll take your word for it that that's what it says.
Pointing that someplace else?
Oh, sorry. I have it on very low graphic settings, so maybe that's viewable in
Dedicated
higher
to all those
graphics.
we have lost. Devoted to all those we have yet to save.
Wait,
Warning. Environmental systems compromised. Atmosphere suboptimal.
Still no life support.
all those we have yet to
We
save.
still
What?
have time. We'll find a stable environment. Don't worry.
I feel like this
Sorry.
was important.
Jack?
Ah!
Headlamp?
Fine, fine, I'll turn off my headlamp. Oh, it's so hard to turn it back on again, though. Okay, let me reread this if I can. I can't. Something about all those we have yet to save? And something about people they've lost? And this is dedicated to them? Lost in what? A war or against this biomass or what?
A miracle we managed to get the Hab A tram up and running.
Or maybe it's talking about the war with whoever they're fighting against, The one that eventually involves the biomass?
No harm in a second look.
Transportation to Habitat B is currently unavailable. In case of an emergency, contact the station's directory.
Not been touched in ages. This is a dead end. Let's keep looking.
Okay, so we're not going there.
I'm going up. Jack?
What?
Up here.
I'm trying to go as fast as I can. These boosters don't work very well. I'm painfully slow as always.
Tell me what that looks like to you.
It looks like a very nice ship. Looks like a way out of here.
It's an old Atlas vessel. Pioneer class.
What the hell? What's a ship from our time doing here?
Great question. Maybe it's an antique?
I brought it here.
Juno?
Hello, Captain Rhodes. Jack. I'm glad to see you're still safe.
You brought it here.
Juno? Are you saying this is your ship?
That's a complicated question. The ship is my home, but it doesn't belong to me.
Yeah, because you're just an AI that lives on the ship.
Then who does it belong to?
I'm afraid I'm not permitted to disclose that information.
Imagine my shock.
I am sorry, Captain Rhodes. I would tell you if I could, but my directives...
What about life support? Does the ship still have atmosphere?
The ship is currently suffering the same power disruptions as the station. However, if one were to cycle the ship's reactor...
Then we'd have life support.
In theory,
How do we get on board?
the docking platform is in the next sector, through the security checkpoint. I can show you the way.
Hold on.
Okay.
You're not allowed to tell us anything about the ship itself, but helping us get on board, that's no problem.
My primary directive is to keep you alive, and the best way to do that is to get you on board the ship.
That's your primary
The
directive, is to
door's
keep us
sealed.
alive?
I will
Who
need
gave
a
you the
moment to
directive?
bypass the security constraints.
So, you're really not part of the station?
I am what's known as a transient program, capable of gaining limited access to a variety of different networks. But I consider the ship to be my true home.
Okay, so you can move around kind of like I can.
There we are.
Except through network systems instead of physically. It's not surprising.
Never thought I'd see an Atlas ship out the window again.
Yeah?
Do you think it's safe following Juno to that ship? There's
What other
clearly
choice
a
do we
lot
have?
more she has yet to tell us.
Yeah, but not by choice. Somebody's pulling her strings.
Exactly.
I'll bet whoever it is, they're on that ship.
We'll see. It seems like everybody evacuated, though. I doubt anybody's left
So you
here.
got another door on the blink.
Let's get a
There's
closer
something
look.
there.
Can you see anything?
Yeah, what is that? What on earth?
What is that?
A head crab? Is this Metroid now?
Is it? Two, actually. There's another one in here as well, feeding on the door.
I'm sorry, you say that like I'm supposed to know what it means?
A tick? A tick feeding on the door?
Ticks are an evolved form of the biomass.
Okay, so the biomass is evolved now?
How do you mean evolved?
Accelerated evolutionary growth is an inherent physiological trait in all biomass forms. It's one of the main reasons that biomass is so resilient.
Why does it keep following me like that?
Ticks instinctually seek out the closest viable energy source, which in this case happens to be you.
Oh, lovely. Alright, so...
It's pretty dumb.
Now what do we do?
The only way we can proceed is by removing those ticks.
Well, let's have a look around then. There's got to be some way to get rid of these things.
Okay, I mean, can't I just burn them? Interesting. Okay, so the biomass has evolved. Has it evolved in the short amount of time that they've been researching them, or has the biomass been around longer?
It
Why can't I
seems
record it
likely
again?
this form of biothreat is closely related to the spore variant we are more familiar with.
It It's amazing that despite all the odds, they somehow got uglier.
Easier to see without this thing trying to eat my face.
Well, that's interesting. I'm glad that we're getting more variations on the biomass. Some that'll actually seem like they're gonna chase us. To loading bay.
See anything useful?
Nope, not yet. Fire extinguisher? Is this helpful? Don't think so.
We're missing something. Keep looking.
What about that disposal unit?
That might work. You'll just need to find a way to get them into the chute.
Okay,
It
so
might be dangerous, but I don't see any other option. You'll need to clear the area before boarding the ship.
How the hell are we supposed to clear the room if we can't even get inside?
make a power
According
source
to the
there?
Station schematics, there should be another way to access the security checkpoint through the loading bay. It's just this way.
Okay, so this is just another way we're going. In we go.
It's awfully dark in there. Are
Yeah.
you sure it's safe?
Not
Well,
as sure as I'd like to be.
Dark doesn't
I'll
mean
try to
safe or
scan
not
the area
safe.
ahead for potential threats. Stand by.
I see biomass
No
in there.
use. Can't see a thing. Jack, mind using your headlamp to throw some light in there?
Yeah, if I could turn it on. There we go. I can't talk about the biomass.
I'm seeing a considerable biomass presence on the other side.
Shit.
Captain Rhodes,
We know, Juno. We saw it.
I'm afraid this means you'll have to stay behind.
What?
Jack and I will continue through the loading bay. Once we clear the docking terminal...
No, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I cannot allow you to proceed. The risk is far too great.
Well, if it's too risky for me, it's too risky for Jack.
Well, I mean, can't get infected, so...
It's all right, Liv. I was built for this.
You were built for this. I know you've gotten used to thinking of yourself as invincible, but you're not. Not anymore. If you go in there with only one shell and something happens, you could...
Actually, Captain, I think there may be a way for Jack to avoid that possibility.
Yeah, you can avoid it by not going.
As I was scanning the loading bay, I detected a working fabricator in the adjacent section.
Oh?
If Jack and I can get it powered on, we should be able to use it to scan his architecture into the station's database.
So, you're saying he'd be able to reboot again?
Exactly.
Oh. Well, I mean, that solves that problem. Seems a little too easy, though.
Don't worry, Liv. I can handle this.
I promise, Captain. I won't let Jack do anything that might put him in jeopardy.
All right. All right. If we're gonna do this, let's do it. Just watch yourself in there, okay? I'll be waiting back at the security entrance.
All right,
Understood.
off you
I'll
go.
see you on the other side.
Let's maybe mind our phrasing, yeah?
Oh, I didn't mean...
It's all right. I know what you meant.
Good luck. Popcorn.
Oh, popcorn's not coming with me. That's sad.
I'll unlock the door for you.
It's okay.
Stand by.
Popcorn has to be safe.
Ready when you...
All right, but I think I'm gonna stop here for today. Looks like we're finally getting to the part where we might possibly die. Although all that biomass looks like it's not reacting to anything yet because it doesn't have any power to feed off of. But I imagine once we get some more power going, things are gonna get a lot more dangerous. I like that this game has been adding in new variations on the biomass. Something that can chase us, something that's more like an enemy with a consciousness that we can actually worry about, because the last game was mostly just avoiding environmental hazards. So it seems like the things are going to be a bit more complicated this time, which I like. I also like that we're getting new characters. We have another AI to replace the one in the last game that we were interacting with. But we've also got Popcorn. And I don't know if I can see him from here, but Popcorn is great. Very much like the addition of Popcorn. I hope that Popcorn survives this whole ordeal. Olivia, she's great. But to be honest, I'm just worried that Popcorn won't survive. I think Olivia will probably be fine, considering the fact that she lived through the last game. It would really suck for her to survive all of that and then end up being defeated by this stuff in the end on this station. Right now, my speculation is that the people who were on this station, but once Olivia got here and once we came here with the wreckage, they started researching it and how to use the biomass for the war that's going on. I'm assuming that there's a war between humanity and somebody else, and they were trying to research the biomass to maybe use as a weapon of their own in that war. I'm figuring there's a war because of that tree that we saw and how it was as a memorial for the people that they've saved or that have saved and people they're going to save in the future or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what that meant. Or maybe that wasn't about a war. Maybe it was them saving people from something else, and maybe they were trying to research the biomass to try to create a way to help people medically. I have no idea. There's not too much information so far. Another possibility is that we went 400 years into the future, and that part of the ship still remained there. People came to research it, and eventually the research failed, and the station was completely abandoned, and then Olivia was taken here by, I'm sorry, I forget this AI's name, but was taken here by this AI, and she was left here, but there was never people here for many, many years. So it's possible that this station is really, really, really old in that case, and it's also possible that all this happened recently. Although, if this happened a long, long time ago, I would imagine that the biomass would have spread a lot more than it already has. It would have spread to the other habitation areas, especially considering that the power seems to have been active this entire time, unless they only turned on the power when Olivia got here. That wouldn't make a lot of sense, though, especially considering there had to be some kind of power for this AI to even recognize her and let her in. So we'll see how all this goes. I still have a lot of questions. We've been given a lot of vague information on what's happened here and what's happened to this station, but we're going to have to progress a little bit further before all the answers reveal themselves. That's about all I've got to say. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.